Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another gameplay of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and a couple things I haven't done yet is I'm gonna do a quick tour update. I'm also gonna do a quick rundown of what the May Day event is gonna look like, and I'll do a little bit of construction. So let's go ahead and get started. I didn't get it, and I think it's too late for that. So first things first is take a look at my map here. Is a couple of things have changed. I've been doing a lot of front work of my town. I've also have gotten rid of a lot of the landmass on the left side of the map. Let me see if I can get there. So around this side of the map. I also moved my, I always call it the Nook store, but I moved Tom Nook's, or yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the Nook store. The Nook store to the right. And I can't wait to show you the platform over there. So let's see what I've done. This is a work in progress, but here's my house, here's Isaiah's house, here's Apple's house. And initially what I wanted to do was I wanted to put all of my villagers in the mountains, and this was supposed to be more of like a pine, serene, natural kind of area. And the Able sisters is still here. And yesterday I was kind of messing around to see if I can make it look more like a modern kind of feel to it, but this is bound to change. I was thinking of making this a plaza, but I'm probably going to push it forward as I work more towards the front. So over here, I think the best advice that I've heard on the internet is to just keep trying, new things. I feel like I was comfortable for a while, but as you start to throw things down and put it together, and even visiting your friend's island, like my sisters inspired me a lot, you get a little something like this. So I'm gonna call this actually Turtle Bay because there are turtles in the area. And here's a little mini bar that's in progress. And of course, this is just kind of something that I'm working on. It's definitely gonna change. And here are the turtles. So while I was playing offline and, playing with friends and stuff, when I visited my sister's island, this actually inspired me. She had, a lot of things kind of inspired me. Her name is Lana, and her island is called Lily Cove. Shout out to you, Lana. She had these cabin benches with pillows all over the place. And here is all of the landmass that I took out. This would be actually a really good thumbnail. And then over here, I chopped down a whole bunch of trees, scared that violin beetle. And as I was running around for the 500th time, I also thought of putting my villagers into a specific themed village, so they're not all pushed in the mountains. Alright, so here's the front. I took this concept of different stone tiles from my sister, as well as the mini garden. Pink is my favorite type of hybrid color, so I decided to scatter it here. And as you see from what my character is wearing as well, this kind of reminds me of someone who lives in Holland, which I thought was really cute. And something that I do like too is I never sell these turtles. And this pathway, it actually doesn't make the map look as chunky. I don't quite like that, but it also at the same time connects. If there was a visitor, it makes sense for them to be able to walk on here and not forget that even though that this is divided by bushes and flowers, you can still walk through there. So here's an update of the front of my island. I wish that the silo was oh gosh, I don't have a slingshot with me. I wish that the silo was a windmill, but it'll do for now. Alright, so let's go ahead and walk up the stairs. So initially, my idea was when I want someone to come to the airport, I want it to actually feel like a really grand airport. And my inspiration came from California. When I don't know which area it's called, but when I would go to San Jose, there's a whole bunch of wind turbines. And at the same time, the flowers and the landscape and the waterfall gives me a little bit of Disneyland vibes. But at the same time, I also have this seating area here. So when I'm saying bye to my friends who are going to, you know, back to their island, it's kind of like waiting for your friends at the airport. And something that's really cool, and I do want to visit this airport one day, is the Singapore airport. And over here, I put Nook's Cranny here. It definitely might move as soon as I build some more. I'm starting from the front and then moving my way back. And I just thought that Nook's Cranny would make sense here just because a lot of people who visit me, you know, they ask where Nook's Cranny is, and you can check the map, but as long as it's in the front, it just makes a whole lot of sense. So the initial plan for this plaza it was actually meant to be a shopping center. You want to say hi, babe?
Hello.
So Isaiah, my tech guy, is here, and he's going through the tour with me. So this was supposed to be a plaza or shopping center for guests to visit to. It kind of makes sense that if the first thing people want to visit is your Nook store, then it will be here. But what I didn't realize is I don't even have a jumping stick with me, or the pole. Something that I didn't realize is this platform wasn't big enough for me to put a store up there. But I definitely do like this double waterfall. Let me go ahead and run downstairs real fast. It has a little jumping stone over here, which is my favorite, and an element that I'm going to go ahead and show you to the right side later. And it also has this little moon piece, which, by the way, has given me ideas to put where the museum is. But it's definitely a work in progress. It's not something I initially envisioned at first, but I realized that so I started creating my island based on the ideas of, let me go ahead and get out of this. So I started basing my island off of the ideas of using the island builder on the website. And as I started building around it, it started to not make sense. I'm gonna go ahead and open my map one more time. But initially, before I started creating that waterfall and just working my way slowly, is see that little marker, so like the little waterfall. Let me go ahead and walk there so it makes sense. So let's say that I was over here, there was just a separate single line that was just going all the way across the map. And it honestly looked like, you know, like a private part. just to be a little professional here. It looked like a private part. It made me mad. I was like, what's gonna be here? There's gonna be villagers overlooking the place. But I didn't give up on the orchard idea just yet, which is on the right side. So on the right side, here are my tulips, are my wind turbines, the silo, and a seating area for, I don't know, for fun. And initially, I was going to leave it just like this. I'm going to take another picture just for a thumbnail. But I realized that I was actually feeling kind of inspired by watching other people's island tours. I think it was Dale, Animal Crossing. Shout out to him. He has a really good YouTube channel. And a lot of people do this too, but his in particular inspired me. He had a graveyard, like a Japanese inspired graveyard, where there was a whole bunch of trees lined up here. And behind it was just a monument of, you know, whatever you like, a shrine basically, with a graveyard, flowers. And that kind of inspired me as well here, because the closer I think the element I'm looking for is you don't know what to expect behind the trees. And I think I'm gonna have like a bridge that's kind of inspired by the Bridge of Terabithia. And when you go in here, there's just gonna be trees and flowers surrounding the area. So that's what I'm gonna do later today in the video. Alright, so I think that's about it in terms of my island update so far. I do have I did edit my Townhall just a little bit. If Isaiah or when I edit this video, I can show an old clip, but I definitely changed my Townhall area quite a bit. I had flower beds on the left, flower beds on the right. At first, I was going for more of a natural vibe, but I started to really dig these light lampposts. I don't know why, I just like them, and I think it really, for me who's liking lights, it really set the tone of my island. And the pine trees, my island is called Juniper, so I do want to put more pine trees or cedar trees in the front. And there's Sally doing some yoga with Kitty. So that's about it.